A tweet from my buddy Michael Wong. Here we go. Let's see if I can copy right into the Zoom chat. But I can just read it out. He goes, and we talked about this in the Bankless Weekly Rollup today. He goes, no fees, no validators. No validators, no security. No security, no developers. No developers, no users. No users, no fees. And so this is what a crypto economic system is. He just went from start to end, and then back at the start again of what a crypto economic system is. And starting a crypto economic system, it's hard because it's a chicken and egg problem. And that's the main difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, and why we always look at that crypto fees page, and why Ethereum people are like, yay, we look at all the fees we're collecting, and everyone else who is new is like, oh, look at all the fees that they got just gouged out of users. But no, it's a signal of the liveness of this crypto economic system. And so if you don't even have smart contracts, you don't have fees, right? So who's even going to secure this thing if they're not getting paid any fees? And if you're not secure, then why is anyone going to build on your shit? And if no one builds on your shit, then no users are going to use your shit, and then you don't have anyone paying any fees, so you don't have any fees being paid to the people keeping the thing secure. And so at this point, it's just it's almost too late, because you have to ask yourself, why would I deploy on anything else other than what's already a live system, right?
Yeah, and I mean that's true, and I think on that note as well, I struggle to find why any of these other tokens will be fundamentally valuable if they don't generate any type of fee revenue on their platforms, because they literally all advertise themselves based on the low fee thing, right, and the fast transaction thing. So if they don't have that, then there's no use for them at the end of the day.
They don't have ultrasound money.
No, exactly. So I mean, I've said this so many times. For me, it's just a no-brainer for us to have an incredibly decentralized and secure base layer, and then just scale at layer 2. There is no point doing lots of scaling at layer 1, because then your asset is not going to be worth anything, and your network is going to be insecure, because your asset in the long run is something that people don't want to hold and don't want to keep buying, whatever, and there's no demand for it. People can say, oh, it's a staking asset. But that's a cycle. The staking people need are being paid with block rewards, and on these networks the block rewards are quite high because they don't have the fee revenue to make up for it, and they have no burning of fees. Some of them do Filecoin and whatnot, but Filecoin is not a smart contract blockchain, it's a utility chain, it's very different. Right. I think maybe Nia has it, but Nia doesn't is a ghost chain as well, doesn't really do much transactions or whatever. But then again, the narrative just breaks down. If your only selling point, or the selling point that you've been going on for years, is fast and cheap transactions, and then you start becoming expensive, well then no one's gonna use you. BSC actually started becoming somewhat expensive because they were hitting the limits that they had set. Well, I mean,
God, relatively, that state growth must be so high.
It is. But relatively, I think it got up to maybe a couple of dollars for a Uniswap trade, right? Okay, that's cheap compared to Ethereum, and that's fine. But the thing is, if you're running on ultra cheap transactions, even a couple of dollars is too much, right, for your chain.
Right.
And it wouldn't stop at a couple of dollars. If BSC kept getting usage and they didn't raise the gas limit, then they're going to run into the same problems as Ethereum at the end of the day. And they raise the gas limit. I mean, it's already centralized and whatever. But so from that perspective, it boggles my mind when I think it's just people don't understand, right? People don't want to understand when they have bags, and it's not that people don't understand. It's just that they at this point in time they don't want to. And if maybe one day they will, and maybe a lot of people will. I think they do. I think there's one person that I'm aware of on Twitter who was actually a massive EOS bull during 2018, 19, and 20, maybe 20. And no matter how many times that I tried to explain to him, and other people tried to explain to him, that EOS was a dead end, he wouldn't believe us. Now he's a massive ETH maxi, huge ETH maxi. So
I think I know who you're talking about. I think I know. I
yeah. I don't want to call him out exactly. Maybe it just takes this time for people to clue into this and to understand it and to come to terms with it.
They're hard concepts to understand, right? Because crypto is so multidisciplinary, right? If you don't figure out most of the disciplines that make up crypto,